Hello everyone, today we're going to be covering a very interesting topic, that is how to sort a dictionary. Now, as you would remember, I mentioned in the first lecture that dictionaries are unordered and unsorted data types. And now I'm here saying that let's figure out how to sort a dictionary. So let me just be clear, I am not contradicting my earlier statement. What I'm saying is that dictionaries are still unsorted, they are still unordered, but with a little bit of trickery and our whatever little knowledge of Python we have, we can have a very good attempt at sorting a dictionary. Okay, so let's begin. So first of all, we need to see what exactly sorting a dictionary means. Okay, so let's find out what does it mean. Now, the first question is that dictionaries are not like lists, so how can we sort them? So for example, you have a list that is 4 7 and let's say 6 1. You sort this list and you will get 1 4 6 7, right? Assuming you've sorted it in an ascending order. If it is in descending, it would be reverse. But now, as you would remember, that dictionaries are key value pairs. So you have K1 V1, K2 V2 and up to Kn Vn. Now, how can you sort something that is in a pair? So now let's take an example. Assuming you have a data of a school where you have to find out the marks of, where you are giving the marks of some students. Let's say N1 student has 10 marks, N3 has, N2 has 15, N3 has 12, N4 17, and so on. And now someone tells you that, okay, I want these marks arranged in an ascending order. So what you want is that you want your final dictionary to look something like, so N1 has 10 marks, but then the next marks would be of N3. So N3 12, and then N2 15, and then N4 17. So you want your final dictionary to look like this. Then what do? This is a dictionary, this is not a list, so you cannot just use the inbuilt Python functions to sort the dictionary. You need something else. How do you do it? Don't worry, we'll figure out. So but before that, we need some prerequisites, or we need to learn about some concepts in Python that are important to understand how to sort a dictionary. Okay, and those particular topics are the inbuilt sorted function in Python, the lambda function, and the dictionary.items function. You would recall we've covered this in the second lecture. We won't be going over detail in dictionary.items, we're just using it, and we'll cover sorted function and the lambda function very briefly, not in much detail, but very briefly, only the part we need. Okay, so let's begin with the sorted function. So in Python, we have an inbuilt sorted function that sorts any list that is given to us. So for example, I have a list here that is 1 5 7 6 4 3. Okay, and I pass it through this sorted function. So I print sorted of list, gives me the ascending order of the list. Okay, fair enough. Basically what it does, it is creates an object, so I can even store it in a new list. So sorted of list, print new list, and new list is the sorted list in ascending order, as you can see. Couple of parameters it takes. Number one is reverse. Reverse is if you want to sort the dictionary in ascending order or descending order. By default, it is to be sorted in an ascending order. If I write reverse is equal to true, reverse takes a boolean value as input. So if reverse is true, it'll sort the dictionary in a descending order. So if I do this, if I run this code now, as you can see, my list is sorted in a descending order. One more keyword it takes, we'll not talk about it now, is key. So key is that if you want to sort it in a particular manner, like not just ascending or descending, maybe you want to sort it in a manner where odd numbers come first and even numbers come after that, maybe, just maybe. So then you will have to create a function that you would put in the parameter key, but we're not going over that now. We'll go over that in a couple of minutes. Okay, so right now it is clear: sorted, reverse true, new list or no new list. Okay, cool. Now moving on to the lambda function. Now what exactly is a lambda function? We'll use an example. So assume I have to find out square of a function, and this is how the function would look like. So I would have to say a is equal to square of, let's say, 5, and print a. It'll give me 25. Okay, this is how any normal function in Python looks like. Lambda functions, let me just write it here. Lambda functions, they are unnamed functions. Okay, so what does unnamed mean? Unnamed means I do not have to define them specifically. Like in this scenario, I had to define the square function and I had to define what the function returns. In a lambda function, I do not have to do such thing. So let's say func is equal to lambda and then x goes to x square. What it basically does is that in this function, I have named a variable func, which is a lambda function. If I pass a parameter x into this, it will give me the square of that number. Okay, so if I print func of 5, it will give me 25. Okay, same as square, but easier to write, less number of codes, less number of lines, and can be understood easily. Okay, so now we know lambda function and now we know sorted function. Now let's take a problem statement. Assuming, similar to that dictionary, assuming you have a nested list. Okay, so you have n1 here and let's say an integer here. Okay, and then n2 and 3, and that is, let's say, 14. So this is your nested list. Now let's say you want to sort this nested list. Okay, so what you will obviously use the sorted function. We've just learned about that, but as you would remember, sorted function takes a single dimension list. It does not take a nested list. Now how do we tell the sorted function that this is very similar to this list? Only difference being that you have to consider the integers. Maybe we can tell it that, okay, instead of focusing on the integers, why don't you focus on the first element? Why don't you focus on the first element of each element of this dictionary? Okay, let me explain it to you again. So now you know we have a nested dictionary like this, where n1 is name, which is any random string, and then 10 is the number of marks they have scored in their class test out of 20. So now we have this nested dictionary n1 10, n2 7, and n3 14. Now we want to sort this dictionary so that we can get n2 7, n1 10, and n3 14, right? This is what we want. So now we just need to tell the sorted function that okay, you do not need to focus on the ni. What you need to focus is on the integer following the ni, right? Clear? So now the question arises that how do we do that? So then we tell it that okay, the integer will always be on the first index of the nested list. As you can see, if I take any particular element, let's say this list is LST, so let's say list of 0 is equal to n1 comma 10, right? And if we access list of 0 and then first element of list of 0, we'd get 10, right? Similarly, if we access list 1 of 1, we'd get 7, or maybe list 2 of 1, we'd get 14. So as you can see, there is an integer present at every first element of the nested list, right? So now what we have to do is tell the sorted function to only take in consideration the first element. Forget the 0th element, take in consideration the first element. Okay, so now we've just studied the lambda function. Let's try to put that into use. So somehow if we are able to tell the sorted function that okay, this is x, this is what you have to sort, but you do not have to consider x as x. You have to only consider the first element of x whilst you are sorting. Okay, as we can see, we'll just go over this slide again. You have to tell the sorted function to only consider the first element while sorting. So you tell the sorted function that okay, the x that you are trying to sort, do not sort x as a whole, but solve the first indexed element of x. Okay, fair enough. So now then we've just, as seen in the lambda function, we can write it as lambda x goes to x of 1, right? As let's just see here. Yeah, so x goes to x square. We are trying to find the square of a function. So x goes to x square. So the lambda function tells you that if any parameter x is passed, you do not have to treat it as x, but you have to treat it as x square and then return it. Okay, so that's what we've done right now. And then I told you that in the sorted function, there is a parameter called key, which tells you that if you want to sort the list in a particular manner. Okay, so is it possible for me to write sorted my nested list and key is equal to lambda x goes to x of 1. So what is basically happening here is the sorted function iterates through the entire list, and whenever it encounters an element, it is told that okay, do not consider the element as a whole, consider its first index, right? This is what the lambda function is telling the sorted function. But will it work? Let's try. First we'll create a nested list, and one marks, let's just create it exactly similar to the one we have here, 10, 7 and 14. So n1 10, n2 7 and n3 14. So now the new, or the, let's say, sorted list is equal to sorted of list, and key is lambda x goes to x1, right? This is what we discussed here. Yes, this is what we discussed here. So now it is supposed to print sorted list. As you can see, this was our desired output. This was our desired output, and this is what we're getting. Okay, exactly same, just how we wanted it. So now we know that in such a scenario, if we have a nested list, we can use the lambda function, pass it in key lambda, and x goes to x of 1. So then we can sort it according to the first element or the 0th element, depending upon however the nested list is made. Now, nested list. So I want you guys to remember and think hard that where we have seen something similar to a nested list in dictionaries. I'll give you 2 seconds to think about it. It was seen in dictionary.items. What does dictionary.items return us? It gives us a list of tuples, right? So it gives us a list of tuples of all the key value pairs in a dictionary. This is very similar to a nested list, because in a nested list you have another list inside of a main list, right? This is how it goes. But instead of these lists, you have another tuple inside a main list, right? So now this is becoming very similar to the problem we've just solved. So let us try to run it, assuming we have a dictionary. Okay, we have a dictionary, and let's just input the same values: n1 comma 10, n2 map to 7, and n3 map to 14. Okay, so now if I print list of my dict.items, I get a similar nested list, not exactly a nested list, but a nested list of tuples, right? And let's just see if tuples work in a similar way as lists. So items is my dict.items, list of my dict.items. All right, and print items 0th element. Okay, and if we try to print the 0th element of the 0th element, we get n1. If we try to print the first element of the 0th element, we get 10. Okay, so we've established that a nested list of tuples works in a similar fashion to a nested list, the original nested list. So that means we just have to sort this items list, right? And we've just figured out how to sort this. So sorted items is equal to sorted of items, and key is lambda x of x1, and then we print sorted items, and as you can see, we have the exact desired output. Not the exact desired output, but we're very close. Now after we've done the sorting, we have n2 comma 7, n1 comma 10 and n3 comma 14, right? We have this in a list, but we wanted to sort a dictionary. We did not want to get a list out of that dictionary. So then how can we create a dictionary out of this particular list that we have? So what we're going to use is, we're going to use the for loop. Now we have this sorted items list. What we are going to use, for k comma v in sorted items, print k comma v. Let us see if these are the values we want in a dictionary. So we have k comma v, we have n1 comma 10, we have n2 comma 7, we have n1 comma 10, and we have n3 comma 14. Now we want to create this data into a dictionary, right? How do we do that? So let's say we create a new dictionary. So new dictionary, and then we say that we have to map these values. New dictionary of k will be mapped to v. Can this be said that new dictionary of k, new dictionary right now is empty, k, that is n2 in the first loop, will be mapped to 7, n1 in the second loop will be mapped to 10, n3 in the second loop will be mapped to 14, right? This is what we want. So after this loop is complete, we'll print the new dictionary, and here we have the final sorted dictionary. Now one thing to note is that new dictionary is a different variable than the original my dictionary that we created. So did we actually sort this given dictionary? Technically no. We created a new variable, we performed some functions on the original dictionary, and then created a new dictionary and then stored the sorted values in that new dictionary. So technically it cannot be called sorting, but as long as we have the answers in our hand, we can call it whatever we want to. Okay, so now how to write this as list compression? We can use the list compression and the for loop. So k maps to v for k comma v in sorted items, and print new dictionary. Exact same values but using list compression. So in this lecture we learned how to sort a dictionary, and in lieu of doing that we were able to go over the sorted function in Python and the lambda function in Python. Okay, thank you.